Hello ladies, gents and childbearing surrogates, it is adventure mode time because this is the Jetpack Super Blarghventure walkthrough, as you may have noticed in the title of the video. So right now I'm warning you, if you are still yet to play it and you don't want to be spoiled, which, you know, there will be massive spoilers about how the challenge works and how to solve it. There isn't that many puzzles, it's just there's some puzzles in there. So if you don't want to be spoiled, let me warn you right now, you should not continue watching this until you do complete it. Here we have the first level that you already saw in the announcement video. It is pretty damn straightforward, not much to figure out here other than, you know, learn to use the jetpack in a way that will not get you killed against bullets. I am not going to be terribly surprised whenever I die, because it is pretty damn challenging. I think you have to use your fingers quite effectively. I'm telling you, hi right here. I don't know if you noticed that before. You know, it's polite to greet people. I think it's a very nice and polite and civilized thing to do, and I endorse it very much. There's a bit of a beehive in there. They are enjoying stinging that Ankh to oblivion. Let's go down here and use the shortcut with the caveman that I failed to do in the announcement video. We're going to hopefully see it in action right here. All it takes is just go over here, use the corpse to clear the bullets, and that guy is now in the spikes, and this enables you to ignore the existence of the bat. Here we have a bit of a trap. You may be tempted to go through here, but this is pretty damn risky. You probably don't want to do that. What you want to do is just go around here. It's much easier, and then you can just jump your way through, because when you, something that I learned while creating this challenge is that when you use the jetpack while going forward in a cobweb, you will continue dropping, and that is certain death against those spikes. Anyway, this is one of my favorite parts of this level, which is you gotta be super fast with that rope, otherwise you will just die in spikes and make me laugh greatly. Here you can actually spare a rope if you just drop back down, destroy all the cobwebs, and then make it your way back up with the jetpack. But it's senseless because all the resources get reset to 0 at the beginning of every level. Anyway, we have survived, so we don't need this jetpack. Hopefully we won't need it, because I actually did not get myself killed in this level. But I will get myself killed in this level, actually, because I want to show you every path available. Here we have an obvious choice of going either left or right. Let's go left first. Gotta make it through here, cling to this area, or just stand on it. It is possible. And now the path is blocked. We gotta drop the caveman in order to be able to proceed. Be very careful here, and here's a full damage preventer, because it might take you a while to get this right. I know it takes me a while to time my jetpack right. You have to see something that I did not realize before starting to design these levels is that you don't go nearly as far with a jetpack if you use it in one full stroke. That you definitely will not be able to make it to the top of this thing. But if you time it just right, and I'm not timing it right, see how his stills goes down a little bit. My button presses need to be a little longer. I think this, nope, that's not going to make it. We might have to spend here a little while, because it takes a little bit of practice to get this done correctly. Nope, that's not making it. That's not doing it. I mean, nope, that's not going to do it. I guarantee you this is possible, and I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed right now that I'm not getting it right, because many times I do it. There you go. Many times I do it, you know, without a single second try. So I'm a little bit disappointed that it took so many tries. And here we have almost the same situation. It's a little bit more forgiving. You just have to time the reversal right. Well, I just run straight into a bullet. Anyway, well, at least that allows me to showcase the other path, which is going this way. You'll need the corpse anyway. You always need the corpse to proceed. We have the dark level here, and this is the faster path, but I will say a little more, let's say less safe, because you don't know what's coming. But there is some spikes there and some bullets that you really have to avoid. You have to know that they're there in order to avoid them. So that will take a little bit of trial and error. And let's see if I can make it to the top. There we go. These bats were supposed to unleash those cobwebs. Whoa. Well, that was some fall damage. I'm okay with it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you touch those cobwebs, you see, that fire will touch the explosives. And this is one of my devious traps here that you will find now and then. I was like, oh man, I made it here. Now I just gotta jump into the exit. Oh, it cracks me up every time. In any case, let's just do it. Let's just do it the last time. Sorry if I'm taking a little bit longer, but I would like to showcase every path and everything that I put in there to just frustrate you and ruin your life, pretty much. And I do feel like that path is a little bit easier than going through the bottom one, and also faster, but I think it's riskier as well, so I don't feel too bad about including both. In case, hopefully I can... There you go. Do I have a little bit more? Yeah, I can prevent some fall damage here. So the way to avoid this is really not difficult. You just have to think ahead of what might happen if you touch those cobwebs. So just push this right there. There's a few ways to do it, but just push that right there and then just go right over the cobweb. Now if we go into the next level. Next level is a timed level. You may see the rock falling down and it hits the damsel. It's like, wow, that damsel has a long way to go. And where does that end? The damsel will touch that cobweb, make that rock descend, and disturb the idol. Wonder what happens when the idol is disturbed. I don't think I have disturbed. I don't think I have time yet anymore. Let's go into the store here. And go out of the store. I don't think I have time yet anymore to make it to the end of that. Oh man, I thought I had time that the first try. I would have been just delighted to get that right the first try. I think that is the spot where most deaths will happen in this level right here. Anyway, we gotta rush so that the timer... Son of a bitch. Gotta rush so that the timer does not preclude you from getting to the exit, because I guarantee you, you will not be able to get to the exit if you take too long. So let's get through here. And just died to another bullet again. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble in there. It's just the jitters of, you know, it's the jitters of playing in front of the audience. That's right. That's what's happening right here. Anyway, let's get through the gauntlet. This is really not hard at all. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. You gotta be careful when whipping these assholes, or you will get skulls on your head, and I think that you will need that health later. Oh my goodness, I keep messing up. I mess up in the easiest part, which is whipping the snake. The hardest part is timing the jetpack so that you don't get impaled or run your face into a bullet. There you go. There. Ah, much nicer. Okay, let's time this right and whip. Jump over the skeletons, the iced over lake, or I guess pond. There you go. And here's the second big gauntlet of the level. No! I don't know if I can make it now. Oh yeah, I made it there. The damsel's still there. That means I still have enough time, just not much. Here's a deliberate time waster for you to get super frustrated because you barely have enough time to get through here. There's an explosive at the end of this column. Just toss the rock down. You should have seen it before getting here. The rock is coming. It is going to destroy this whole area. It comes this way. And believe me, it will block the exit. I enjoy very much timing that and calculating the destruction so that it would land right on top of the exit. Here's another time thing. Wonder what happens when that rock reaches the bottom. Let's find out. Gotta get through all of these, and man, yeah, that happens. If you touch the cobwebs, I mean, you have some leeway. Like if you barely touch it, I ruined everything already. If you barely touch it, you will still be able to get out of it. Let's just get ourselves killed again. The screen's still shaking because Spelunky has this algorithm. I don't know. The more explosions, the longer the screen will shake. And there's not much I can do about it. See, oh man, I was trying to exemplify. And there's beautiful spikes over there, completely random. I just happened to fall onto. I'm trying to show you that if you touch it just barely, you will not get screwed. Maybe we can do the shortcut now. The shortcut is... I'll just show it. I think I should be able to just show it. Let's just end the adventure. And let's just get through it normally. But just take my word for it that you can barely touch one of these cobwebs and still not trigger the rock. This block is here so you can replace your jetpack. It's optional, you don't really need it. And here's a pretty good path. It's a bit of a challenge to find the path. And now these snakes are right here to slow you down a little bit longer. You might get screwed completely. That rock is coming down here. It's going to explode and then you blow up because you did not go through the exit. Let's see if I can pull off the shortcut. It's actually pretty tough to pull off. So I might even leave it. I'm just going to point out the possibility of its existence. And there it goes. Well, as you can see, it gives you enough time, just barely enough time, to make it to the exit as everything explodes. So you can, on purpose, touch one of the cobwebs and have the rock blow up the powder kegs. Oh shit. Oh. The snakes are also there too. Slowing it down quite a bit, so pulling that off is a little bit harder. But anyway, I don't know, I didn't want to make this a 2-hour long video. There's still a lot of levels to go through. And I just keep getting stunned by these rocks. Oh man, I might just go with the regular way. I think it's quite evident that the shortcut is possible, just pretty damn difficult. I don't want to be trying here for a million years. There's a lot of levels to get through. And really, I don't want to be here for 2 hours. But this is really easy though. I mean, it's a lot easier if you do it from here. And then you don't stand on the power keg. Oh man, this is stupid. Let's just get through. Stop touching the cobwebs. No! Oh wow, that was close. Alrighty, here's the path straight down. Thank goodness, let's just get through the damn snakes. Wow, that was awful and super slow and pretty damn embarrassing as well. Let's get through the damn exit and move on to the next one. I think at least I showed that the shortcut is possible, just pretty damn difficult. Here is the first level of the jungle. And what do we love about the jungle? We love frogs. Frogs are great. I might have gone a little bit bored with frogs. I just keep running into them. Holy crap. Is there no escape here? Well, the answer is no. There is no escape. You may have spent a bunch of time trying to find the exit before you realized there is no exit. The exit is the freaking worm level. So let's make that a possibility. Holy shit. I need to. And the difficulty here is to find ways to replace your jetpack without getting destroyed by the overpowered blue frogs that there's nothing you can do against. Anyway, I know the very easy and short way to beat this level, which is, you know, going to the damsel, going to the worm tongue and tossing it. The problem here is actually figuring out that you have to do that. Usually the worm, for some reason, it is random, so I had to account for that. The place where the worm tongue spawns, for some reason it seems to spawn there very consistently. Not always, but many times it will spawn right there. Here's the worm level. It is fascinating. It's pretty much a controlled descent once you let go of this platform. And I'm very much... Oh shit! Well, okay, that works. I never descended that way. Let's get the Chris knife. And now we can continue going down. It's a controlled descent level. You just gotta be careful where you're going, and then you drop to the area where you get laughed at. The truth is, you cannot win the worm level. You have to die eventually. And I apologize for it, so I feel okay. Sorry, you had to die. Yeah, it's, you know, I realized it by mistake, but it was, here's the spawn of the black market, but we're not going there because we had no bombs. I realized by mistake that if you die in the worm level, you just revert to the regular jungle level. So I figured out it would be fun to always go to the worm level and just make you die there, and that will be an extra level to go through, I guess, and it will be fun. So that's the way I chose to do it. Haha, super, super great. Anyway, that was a dummy level, really. And then you get into the beehive. You just gotta know the path, where there's not a whole lot of bees. Still, though, you're going to get hurt. You're totally going to get hurt. And maybe, or maybe not survive. There is some royal jelly down there. I kind of put it there to tempt you. Not really as a real possibility, because it's incredibly difficult to get to it, especially because it's guarded by giant bees. So let's just go this way. It's weird. I think it transpawned after I restarted. That's strange. Anyway, off we go to the next one. That level was pretty damn easy. Here you get killed immediately because I want to take your jetpack away, and it's very, very difficult to avoid this block without knowing that it's there. And in fact, I thought I timed it just right so that you can flee, but it might not be timed right, and we might be stuck here forever, and I'll have to tab out. The way to avoid this block, and I've done it before, is to start walking at the very appropriate moment. And I've done it before, I guarantee you. But I might have to fine-tune this because I don't think I can escape anymore, so I don't know what the hell that is about. I might have to tab out and... Ah, there we go. Yes, that's totally doable. I knew I had done it before. So, yeah, that's probably going to frustrate you to no end. Probably kill you many, many times. This maze, I know how it works, so let's just go the regular way that I know where we're supposed to go. I'm not going to be wasting time going the wrong way. That would be kind of silly. But this is the path to the jetpack, which you will need. And from now on, not all of them, but many of the levels make a challenge out of getting the jetpack, and then you'll need the jetpack to progress. Let's just go follow the other path that will lead me to the exit. This level was quite a pain in the ass to make. There's a lot of random, not random, but a lot of paths. I was a bit disappointed with the way Old Bitey works. In the custom levels, it's like it's not functioning the way it should. It just gets kind of stuck, but it's still like a scary type of thing to encounter, so I left it in there because, you know, it's intimidating. Let's get these bombs that we will absolutely need to be able to get through here. A million man traps, gotta be kind of fast about them. And then you just toss the bombs down there because the man traps are at every ledge, and you will not be able to... Well, it's actually designed so that if you do see the man traps, you just gotta hover above them while tossing bombs down, and that's how you get through. But the safest way is to just toss the bombs from the top. Here we go into the ice caves. And this is, I think, my favorite level of the entire set. This is super fun to try to survive. We might be here a little while because it is difficult. I'm going to warn you about that, and I'll probably die quite a few times as a result of that. And there's a little bit of RNG. I kind of liked it because that's many times how the mothership goes. You kind of get screwed by RNG sometimes, but for the most part, see that, like that guy coming out of there, that is not designed as intended. I mean, the intended design is for that guy to stay there. Maybe I should have made an indestructible block to really trap him in there. That is not also what I meant. Whoops. Usually I don't have this much trouble to get out of the starting area, so that's bad. Okay, now I can do that, use that one shot to make my way in, destroy this tank, and get through these awful force fields. That compass is there to tell you where the exit is at. Since I know where it's at, I am not going to risk my neck for it, even though I just got brain fried by that awful, awful alien. The editor aliens, because they spawned without the eye, they are extra creepy. I kind of like them quite a lot. There you go. You gotta provoke that alien into doing that. You can also just whip it and it'll probably destroy the block that you want it to destroy. Let's get through here. It's nicely timed so you can get through. It's also random. It just depends on what kind of seat you get. Might as well get this because it's there. I would like to have it. And here, I need to destroy that, and then many times you'll have to go back up to be able to avoid the purple crap, the purple mind blasts. But there is a way to, if it's timed correctly, you can go in here. Here we have two options. Whoa. First we're going to get out of there. We have two options. We can, there's the hidden option to destroy this column right here. That is the shortcut. Still pretty damn hard to pull through. I'm going to do it the regular way, which is just hovering around this area, waiting for the challenge here is just survive while the aliens make their way to this spot. Holy crap. Survive while the aliens make their way to this area, and you can use them to slowly erode your way down. Oh man. Oh, please don't kill me. I totally got killed. You have to survive just long enough for the aliens to erode the way down. So maybe speed this part up a little bit. I'm unlikely to be able to succeed very well. There we go. The compass is something I don't need, so let's just forego it. I can just destroy those and then make my way down. Please, aliens, I need you to come back in there. And also, it's a possibility to kill this alien queen. It's pretty damn difficult, I'm going to tell you that now. But it is a possibility, especially if you go in there and you use your whip to destroy the crap out of her face. I mean, if only just vindication of making your life so freaking difficult. And here it's best to just stay down here. Of course, all the zapping that happens makes it that much harder to stay in one spot. And you definitely don't want to get too close to the alien lord, or you'll get some more purple crap to get brain fried again. And here the behavior of the UFOs is what really makes or breaks this level. It can be real easy. I have gotten the whole path cleared in barely like 2 minutes. But there's also the possibility that something like this may happen, and all the aliens concentrate in one spot, and it just takes forever for them to make their way where you want them to be. And it's also the behavior of the UFOs. It's they will turn around when they shoot, and they also turn around in many other instances. It's very, very random. But hopefully we can now take advantage of all those guys. The shopkeeper is there on purpose to piss them off, and also to create that added difficulty of don't go too far with your shots or you will liberate the freaking shopkeeper. Anyway, we have finally cleared the way, and hopefully now I won't get myself killed. Let's maybe... Oh man, here's another shortcut. You can make your way through the alien queen. I left that out there on purpose. So there's kind of like 3 shortcuts. I think the simplest way might be to go through the bottom, through the middle. Here's also another level that I very much enjoy. I know I'm just repeating myself because I am just so full of my own shit. But I really liked... it gives you a message. It gives you a message saying, Forfeit Thy... I wonder what stays in the bottom. Forfeit Thy Flight. So you have to give up on your jetpack. You kind of go around this area and it's like, I got the spec, so I'm actually being pointed at the exit. So what am I supposed to do here? And the thing is, you only get one chance here. If you don't get this right on the first chance, on the first try, you will have to restart because you only get one jetpack on your back. And it is marked with the X. Here is where you teleport, blow up the area, and that gives you so many extra chances because of the random bullshit of the teleporter. You might not make it to that spot in the second try, so I figure, yeah, I'll just give you a bunch of tries. If you don't make it, well, that's too bad. You'll have to restart. Who the hell cares? I'll have no respect for your time. But here we go on the second time. I can't tell you right now. Of all the times I've tested it, which is about 10 to 20, I have not gotten stuck here once. Whoa, that was close. You really don't need to get all of the bombs, but I just like to do it because I like having lots of bombs. There you go. I'll just use these. These are fine. And then you just follow the arrows to the bottom of this pit. Because I am trained to grab all the money. I must blow up, I must pick up all these rubies. So bear with me as I obsessively pick up this money that has zero consequence. The outcome of these runs of this adventure. I really should pick up the pace a little bit more, because those hell levels might take forever to get through, especially the first one. Is quite the puzzle and quite the gauntlet. I mean, whoa! Well, he's not supposed to get out of there, and that is bad. Dying to this guy is really bad. Actually, no, you get extra chances if you get killed by the guy to just teleport back in. And what I should have done, and what many should have done, but okay, you still keep the bomb, so it's really no issue. That is, I thought, oh man, that's totally a design flaw. If this guy kills you, I need to at least give you a chance. I mean, you got the teleporting right, you figure it out. I should not punish you for dying to some random shopkeeper bullshit. So, but you always get the chance to get back in. You should have bombs, and you should have... yeah, you don't need the shotgun for anything. You should have bombs, and you should have the teleporter again, and so you should be fine. And we're going to the next level, and now we are without flight. But I do have a teleporter. It's something that you really don't need. As something actually that I didn't even think that you could use. And you know, I am perfectly okay with you keeping the teleporter. If you're lucky, you're incredibly fortunate, you might be able to teleport in there. Very much doubt it though. What you can do is use it to go up, and I guess you can use this teleporter to skip the falling platform gauntlet that you have to go through. Let's do it. You have to make your way up and earn thy wings is the message that was at the bottom there that I not even bothered to read because I'm a terrible showrunner. So you have to earn thy wings, and how do you do that? By defeating freaking Vlad. And you do that by carrying him to the spikes and destroying him. You can just kill him outright with your... I did give you the spike shoes at the beginning so you wouldn't slide on the ice here, and so you can stomp. So you can stomp on his head. But I like better to just whip him once, carry him down to the spikes, and then and it's just extra stylish to drop down with the falling platform. And here's another way down where we have to use the 3 bombs to get through and jump away from them at the right time. This guy is very much trapped in there, so that's why I didn't... it makes it more fun to have pissed off the shopkeepers, because there's no way to disable. Something that as I was making these levels, there's a lot of limitations in the level editor, which is unfortunate, but it's perfectly understandable. You know, there's only so much you can do. Here's another falling platform gauntlet you can get through, or I guess labyrinth or whatever. A bit of a challenge to find your way. I'm not terribly difficult here. I have picked up a beautiful plasma cannon. There's a few ways to go about it. The most obvious way is to bomb your way through the top and make your way down. There's another secret entrance that I'll show you as soon as we're done blowing our way down to the bottom the regular way. I might get myself killed too, because I am prone to do that. I'm prone to do that with the plasma cannon, so I would not be surprised if I mistime a shot here. All this stuff is neatly arranged so that you have to move obstacles out of the way, and you can only shoot from certain spots. This enables you to go all the way down here, continue destroying this whole area, and by now you get a little bit of a choice where to shoot. It's really no big deal one way or another. But let's dispose of this moron. The way in is through there. There you go. There you also have the chance to explode that. The others are all invulnerable blocks. It's a beautiful shortcut there that you might discover. And here, you know, oh man, plasma cannon, sweet. I don't think so. You are not keeping this plasma cannon. I forbid it. I forbid it completely. It just gets burnt. So you get murdered immediately. I give you an unk and then destroy you, because I am an asshole that way. And here we have the first level of the temple. It is a puzzle level. It is Oh wow, sorry about that. It is quite a bit of a challenge. I'm going to tell you that right now, but first let's get rid of Anubis. That's the first and foremost way to proceed. And how you do that with freaking rocks. You're going to throw rocks at Anubis until he dies. We're going to do a good old-fashioned stoning. And he has like 20 health, so you have to hit him with 20 rocks. And it really doesn't take too long. And because there's a million rocks all over the place, I placed a ton of them. Because I know it can get tedious if you have to use the same rock over and over. But if you have a million rocks, you can just speed dump them on his freaking face. Maybe. Well, that's one. Of course, he makes it a little bit more difficult by being a jackass with his stupid scepter. You think you're just all that, Anubis. Well, I'm going to teach you who's the boss here with my rocks. You get stoned to death like your mother did. I order that. I am the guy that killed your mother. How you feel about that? I also raped her corpse. Anyway, let's just get rid of this guy. He's almost dead by now. And indeed, you have to do this every time that you get yourself killed. In any eventuality, you should not get yourself killed in this level. What might happen, though, is you screw yourself out of this puzzle because there's a few tricky things. You have to get into the head jet if you wanted to go to the City of Gold. It is a nice bonus you might give yourself. You also have the option to just go through the exit right here. But you have to get into the exit. How do you go about that without bombs, without the plasma cannon? Well, you might see all of these blocks. And something that you may have learned, because I just showed you, you can blow up the jetpack by crushing it. And there's a little bit of a hint here. The jetpack is on top of a crushy block. So you get a bunch of extra jetpacks too. Why is there three jetpacks in this level? Well, you use this jetpack, you place it right here, and then you can crush it. But how do you crush it when you cannot push that block? Well, I guess we'll have to make a way so that we can push that block onto the jetpack. And that is the block pushing puzzle that we always love in all games. It is so great. I could choose to save our friend Donovan here, but instead I'm going to drop this block on his head and laugh at his demise. And well, there's more blocks. How do I get them to the bottom? This one needs to be pushed to the bottom platform. Well, I better make a way to push that block. Oh yeah, there's that nice step stool for me to be pushing this, and this is the last block that will allow me to push the last one. I do wish that I could speed up the block pushing mechanic. I tried to make the paths as short as I could, because I know it's tedious to be pushing these blocks around, especially if you just ruin your puzzle for the third time and you're like, oh, I gotta kill Anubis again. Well, that's too bad. Maybe you shouldn't be so bad at this game. Anyway, there's the other challenge here, and I have to blow up a jetpack to get in there. So I could be tempted to throw this block and put it down there, but I don't know if I'll have any other blocks to blow up that jetpack to crush it. So what needs to happen is you have to start from the top. Gotta drop all of these. And the order that you drop these is really inconsequential, as long as they all make it to the bottom before the one that is right next to the place that needs to explode. Also, it is advisable not to stack them, because I haven't actually tested it, but I'm pretty sure you get crushed if you push two down a ledge, and there's a very distinct possibility you might get crushed by the second block on top. I considered not disabling the ghost for this, but then I was like, nah, that just makes it artificially difficult, because you will be facing the damn ghost. This needs to happen because, as you can see, this drops to the bottom from here, and then it's impossible to push, so you gotta have this block right here to be able to push it. And now we have to bridge this gap before putting anything on top of it. I don't know if that works, actually. You can probably put more stuff on top of that. But here what needs to happen is you need to drop the jetpack, put the jetpack at the very top of the 3 blocks that you have dropped down there. So you have to stack them up and then move them. If you don't stack them up beforehand, well, you're bound and you have to restart. That is just the way it is. This is freaking Spelunky. Custom levels is supposed to be super difficult and hard to figure out. I feel no guilt upon that. Something that I did consider, though, is maybe making this whole sequence a little bit shorter, because it does take 6 minutes to get it done. There you go, we have a head jet now. But, you know, it is perfectly optional. You don't have to go to the City of Gold. Of course, you don't know that, but I'm telling you right now that it's totally optional. You don't have to go to the City of Gold at all. In any case, wow, I almost go through without that freaking scepter. That would have been really shameful. I hope I didn't crush it. That would have been really stupid too. I might have crushed it. Wow, did I really do that? Oh my goodness, I really crushed the scepter. I am a moron. Well, that's too bad. That's just too bad. Oh, maybe it dropped to the bottom. Wow, I'm a dumbass. I don't want to do that whole thing again. I don't want to lengthen the video so much. So off we go into the next level. Going to the City of Gold is completely optional. I didn't want to make it that way. I wanted it to be necessary to go to the City of Gold. By the way the editor and Spelunky levels work, if you die in the City of Gold, you just start in a regular level with the same layout, but not golden blocks. That's the way it works. So in custom levels, at least I did not find a way to make my way through. I have already done the solution to this, which was dropping that to the bottom. There's the only way to go through, and that is crushing a jetpack to get through down there. And now this extra jetpack is just in case you died and you need to be able to fly again. Anyway, let's make it to the bottom here. We're going to have to go to the actual exit of the level. There is the chance to replenish your jetpack right next to those spikes, but you know, it's right next to lava, so I guess it's up to you whether you want to take that chance or not. Anyway, let's make it to the top here. Hopefully I can, time it just right. A little bit of scenery here. I feel pretty okay with that. It's just a heart because I love you. And let's just make it to the exit. These two areas are symmetrical. One side is the exact same as the other, so it doesn't matter which way you go. I just run into a bullet. So let's restart and try to make it all the way through again. Yeah, the way it works, it's actually a shortcut to go to the City of Gold, because you only have to go to that door, which also spawns at randomly, but it seems to spawn there very consistently as well. It's pretty weird how the seeds are totally random, but they spawn consistently in certain places. It's strange. The ticket trap wasn't there before. So, see, it's many things that are totally random. You have to be very sparing with your jetpack here, because there's a lot of spikes. But we made it to the bottom here, and here would be, this would be the City of Gold if I hadn't messed up. And this is a dummy level. I just tell you to have fun. And if every block was golden, it would be so much better, because you get rubies here. There is a ruby in every block. So let's just blow everything up, get lots of money that way. And if you ghosted all this, you could probably get like 3 million between the golden blocks. Between the golden blocks and the... Between the golden blocks and the rubies that you could ghost. I think that should have opened the way. Probably worked. Wow, it didn't. It didn't get all the way to the bottom. I'm not even trying now. I already have 300,000. It's just so much fun to be blowing things up. I almost got myself killed right there. Well, I have 69 bombs. That is very appropriate. Let's spawn Anubis too and bomb his ass. Why settle for just 2 bombs when you can use 20? Okay, we have made our way to the bottom. And we just gotta go through the exit. There's absolutely nothing. I guess I could rescue freaking Major Stupid. That would be okay. Anyway, off we go into the Olmec fight. It is a very standard Olmec fight. There's nothing much that I did differently, really, except, you know, it's freaking dark. This is something also I discovered completely by accident. The way he will pick up the light and it will be exactly on his forehead. I thought that was pretty awesome. I did not plan that ahead. I just happened to put the light there, and it so happened to land straight on his forehead. It looks pretty neat. He looks like he's wearing another jewel on his forehead. Anyway, here is the top of the Olmec level. All it's telling you is that there's nothing new here. Nothing new here. There are crates though, and you might get lucky, get climbing gloves out of one of these, and that would really make your life a lot easier in the levels that are to come. But I doubt it. I doubt you'll get lucky. It is completely random as well. You just get what you get every time you start it. You might get lucky, but it is unlikely, let's say. Anyway, let's use this Necronomicon, which, by the way, you only get one chance to use correctly. Let's just kill this guy, too. Hopefully he can get crushed now. You only get one chance to have... By the way, it's not called the Necronomicon. I always thought it was because of Northern Lion. But it's actually called the Hell Bible. It's in the middle, right here. It's also random, something I've tested it many times. And the spot where the Hell entrance spawns, it is absolutely random. So there's not much you can do about planning ahead about that. And that's the thing, you know, there's a level editor, but there's still a lot of random stuff being generated because of the way Spelunky works. So there's still a little bit of unpredictability. I cannot foresee every single thing that might happen in your seed of the Blarghventure. Really, man? You're going to do this to me? Okay, that's all good. In your seed of the Blarghventure, you might get something much harder than what I intended. For that, I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it got generated. But for the most part, especially in the hell levels, holy shit did I have to fight with the random generation of stuff, because it will place spike balls and all sorts of shit in places where you really don't want them. It will ruin your puzzle forever. So it was quite the pain in the ass. We start right away with this awful descent. I know how it goes already, so I'm going to just drop into the lava right here and die, just to show that you can, that it was absolutely intended. In any case, man, this level went through a ton of redesigns because of how bad one, the randomness was, and I went a little overboard to start with. Anyway, oh man, here's some specs. I better grab them. Maybe it'll show me something. Ooh, there's a path of rubies there. Probably that's the only way I can go, huh? Well, I need to get to that path of rubies. You know how you don't do that? By getting roasted in lava. That's something that you probably don't want to do if you have a plan to blow your way through the mountain. Let's get those specs. I don't need them because I know that the rubies are already there, but you know, I already know the rubies are there. But if you are wondering, well, where the hell do I go with this? Because I have 3 bombs and nothing to do with them. Well, that's where you have. Oh, well, there's those 3 bombs. Clearly, we were going to need them, but they're encased in lava. We have to get rid of the lava at some point. Here's the jetpack. We've been blowing up jetpacks quite a lot, so possibly get that crushed with that orange frog that is trapped in there. That sounds like a pretty likely idea. I need to get in here. Well, there's another orange frog. What do you know? Let's get in there, please. And let's use this frog to destroy this, and then that goes all the way down to the jetpack, gets rid of the damn lava, and then gives me access to the last orange frog that allows me to get the bomb bags. Oh yeah, good stuff. And I don't really know how hard it is to figure this out on your own, because I've never been very good at puzzle games, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'll get through them through sheer brute force many times. I don't know what happened here. Oh man, the that's another random thing that happens with the spike balls. Sometimes they'll go at a random place and destroy your carefully crafted puzzle. But I think I have precluded that from happening quite a bit. Anyway, there's two paths, optional paths here. There is the way down, which you have to use corpses for. That's why all the vampires are here. And the other way, that is, I think, whoa, it's another, that is quite a bit more challenging, I think. Let's see if we can use this vampire. Oh man, I totally did not toss him where he goes. Well, I cannot use the vampire, and that's the challenge of that spot, making use of the vampires correctly. Oh shit, oh wow, okay. And here's another place. Oh man, a supply of jetpacks and a bunch of falling platforms. Wonder what I have to do. Let's do this and start creating a nice tunnel for myself. There's quite a lot of room for error here. This area used to be much tougher to get through, but I realized, you know what, this is really way too difficult. And there was so many places where you can just screw up and you have to go all the way back to the beginning, and it just felt like way too unfair. So I redesigned it so that it wouldn't be nearly as bad. It's still kind of bad because you can screw yourself over by maybe a round of jetpacks, getting on top of these platforms way too early. And then there's a bomb bag just taunting you. That's all it's there for, because there's no way to get it. And with the corpses, you can conceivably get through here and skip all that stuff as another speedrun type of thing. But we made it to the exit. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think now it's somewhat well balanced where it's difficult to figure. Oh yeah, I was saying I don't know how puzzle makers do it, because you know, I know how they go. I designed this, so I know what needs to happen. There's a lot of shopkeepers that are real pissed off at me. I designed so I know what needs to happen, but I don't know how difficult is it to come up with a solution in the first place. So maybe a solution that is reasonable to me might be super stupid and super obscure to somebody else. Well, there's Vlad's amulet, because I have the specs left over from the previous level, and I know it's there. Getting the specs is actually a challenge in this level, but it's not really, because you get in a place that you really have to go into in order to be able to progress. So it's not an additional challenge. It's an alien lord condemned to eternal damnation, and he continues to make my life really difficult in the afterlife. Oh man, the shopkeeper that was supposed to be trapped here died. That's okay though. Oh wow, that's right. This happens. So how do you get through this? Well, very likely not by getting trapped by the purple crab. The way you get through this is by using the rocks that I very handily provide to do that. And now there's a bunch of turrets. Oh man, I hope that I did not get too close to those. No, please. Okay. Gotta get through these damn turrets. And how do you get through this? Well, there's a couple ways, in fact. But the more intuitive way is to put a turret here. And that makes it so that this can be pushed. And now you can use this other turret. Put it right there. And crush it. Kaboom! With the added benefit of just destroying all of the crap in here. And here we have the last area where you have to get into those. You don't really have to get those spike shoes actually, but it is nice to have them because we have to kill that giant spider. How you get to the giant spider lair? What by using this guy? Waha! Oh man, I did not mean for that to happen, and now I just got hurt a lot. I need to get this spider killed with 0 resources and 1 point of health, so hopefully it will not destroy me. It's supposed to just walk out of there, but it's not being cooperative with me. Something I did not realize is that the ghost is here. So that's something I probably will want to deactivate. Oh man, it ran straight into my face. Oh yeah, I did waste a ton of time. Never mind. Yeah, that's something that I had in mind already. You have to hurry through this level in order to complete it, which is, I think, a perfectly safe, not safe, but fair added difficulty. Holy shit. Added difficulty because this level is actually not that long. Uh-oh. need to do it like that. I can't believe I did not get killed just now. Oh shit. Okay, good stuff. Can't believe I did not get killed just there. The only way you can get in here is by timing the drop of the turret correctly, so that it gets hit by the rolling spike ball. And both approaches are perfectly valid. One is not better than the other. Probably dropping the turret is a bit faster, but you know, it makes no real difference. Let's get in there. Maybe I could crush him or something, but nah. Whatever. I do want to kill him though. He's a huge pain in the ass. At the very least, just get rid of him. There you go. And yeah, we still have a minute and a half to get this done. There you go. Please come out. So, oh, yikes. It is coming out. Never mind. Nah, we had to stomp on this thing. And the reason we had to stomp on this spider is because we really will need the pace for these bombs. Thankfully now I have the specs again. We need the pace for these bombs because there's only one way to get into Vlad's tower, and that's by bombing your way in. Without the specs, you will not be able to realize where the frickin'... I mean, is that a... No, it's a regular damsel. Not be able to realize where that Vlad's amulet is at. Fool. Vlad is such a fool. How did this guy get back here? Oh no, it's the guy that dropped. Then I guess you get the option to get Vlad's wings again, but that would be pretty stupid. Wow, almost got killed there. No, that'd be bad. Anyway, Vlad's amulet, that means I can go in here and go through the secret passage that takes me straight to the exit. There you go. And we go into the last level of hell. You know, these levels are difficult, but I think they're still kind of fair. Especially this one. This is very, very fair. So what do you have to do here? This looks impossible. And I just dropped to my death. Well, you'll see all those turrets right there. Right down there. Wonder what happens if they explode. How can I make them explode? Wow, I just impaled myself. Sorry about that. I just impaled myself, yeah! Anyway, how to get through this? Holy shit, I just got saved by the ball. How to get through this? Well, you might realize that it says 12 right here. And sometimes the screen shakes because there's an explosion going on. It's very periodical. It is very steady, the rate of those explosions happening. And you just have to survive for 12 explosions. It is a orange frog based timer. It's they all happen in a cascade, and holy shit! And you just have to last long enough through this awful place, crap, until the last frog blows up one of the turrets, which blows up the rest of the turrets, and that creates a way to the exit. The frogs, they are dropping through this corridor right here. The first one starts up here and then blows up some blocks, which makes the next frog drop into spikes, which continues the chain over and over and over all the way to the bottom, which then triggers all those turrets exploding. Wonder what happened to the shopkeeper. Oh no, I died, so he went away. If you survive all the way through the levels, you actually get to kill shopkeepers at the end because there's no way to disable that. I think I covered that earlier. And here we go. Yama's fight. This Yama's throne, very special Yama's fight. If you have survived, well, that was not intended. That was definitely not intended. That was actually the seed. Spawning something that crushed the jetpack right next to you. You're not supposed to blow up. Like I said before, I cannot account for every single thing that can happen. So we might be stuck here. I might have to cut. I did not realize that this could happen. I don't know why that is exploding, in fact. But there's something that spawned in this particular seed that is blowing up everything the moment I show up. I really don't know what. I think it's a skull dropping right next to me. So I'm going to have to cut here just for a moment. Okay, I can actually jump away. I really don't know what was happening there. In any case, we do need the extra jetpack because that's the only way to blow up a certain area. So yeah, I'm going to have to cut and make sure that that does not happen again. I don't know exactly what is happening, honestly. But yeah, let me just drop into the lava and I'll see you on the other side. Sorry about this interruption. Well, I'm sure glad that I made sure to go through all this and discover that little possibility there before I actually posted this up, because I'm doing this walkthrough right after the announcement video, but I have not posted as of right now. I have not posted it to be available for the public, so I'm glad that I'm working out one or two kinks that I might notice. All that I did was create some more platforms on top so nothing will fall on top of those jetpacks. Anyway, if you survive through the last level, the 12 level, without dying in one go, you get the chance to keep Vlad's amulet and use the eggplant to kill Yama. If you don't get that chance, well, there's quite a few dangers in this place, and I'm going to just do it real fast because that's the way you have to do it. If you don't go fast, you're going to be boned. So, because there's just so much shit happening at the bottom, and all these vampires trying to get you. Right? This has a little bit of margin of error there by allowing you to bounce on top of the alien if you don't manage to go all the way back up. I have done this fight possibly like 10-15 times, and all the vampires, all the enemies spawn in different places every single time. So if you get a placement that is just way too difficult, there's not much I can do about it. Like here, that ball and chain was not supposed to spawn there. I am pretty damn certain I created blocks that do not spawn anything, but still, that ball and chain spawned right there, and that destroyed part of the puzzle. Luckily though, this level is somewhat symmetrical, and if you don't get a solution on one side, you can always maybe attempt to get in on the other side. Man, I'm just failing miserably. Luckily, that Yang-Shi allowed me to... Wow, I just dropped back into the brain frying thing. Anyway, since it's almost symmetrical, you get a solution on each side. Hopefully the other side did not get completely screwed. I'll have to interrupt this thing again, and that will make me a really sad person. I will be very, very sad discovering these bugs before the level pack is released. But again, you know, Spelunky's randomness is what it has. Is amazing, is awesome, but still, it's also... Oh man, I totally misplayed it there. It's awesome, but it's also very frustrating when you're trying to make something work exactly as you want it to. Here, I forgot my jetpack. Oops. There's two jetpacks at the bottom here. Holy shit, these guys are going to get me killed. And you need one of them to be able to get in here, because you place it right there, and then you use the orange frog to destroy the style. You have to be incredibly fast. Not incredibly fast, but pretty damn quick. Hopefully you use disgusting vampire. Really damn quick with this frog. And also time it correctly, so the skulls do not destroy you. It's really not as bad as it looks. I just got a pretty bad seed. I got a million vampires here. A little too difficult, honestly. But from design standpoint, it is sound. I just need to make sure to prevent all that random stuff from really ruining the challenge, say. Oh man, that sucks. I was throwing the jetpack at the guy's back, but instead... Oh, I'm an idiot. This ascent done under duress... Well, there goes my jetpack. Done under the duress, that ascent, that staggered ascent, is so much more difficult. And you know, this Yama's fight is supposed to be the toughest part, and it's the end of the run. Let's get that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh! Wow, I can't believe I grabbed onto that, but then I got her by touching the Alien Queen, which does 2 points of damage to you. I don't know if you're aware. I'm just failing miserably. I'm supposed to be able to get all the way up there without much trouble. Luckily the vampire gave me a boost. So many dangers, man. It's just nuts. All I want is this. Ice beam generator. Oh, shelter. Thank you. Alrighty. that vampire is definitely not supposed to spawn there. Okay, okay. Oh, he's stomping again. Shit! Oh, I got it. I had it. I just had it. But that asshole stomped, as in smashed his fists one more time. This was one of the toughest, I think probably the toughest enemy spawns that I've faced in Yama's Lair. Normally it's not nearly this bad. I have gotten like 2 vampires. There we go. He's gotta time those bursts right. 2 vampires, no bats, nothing really that difficult other than getting to that red, orange frog and doing it correctly. But this vampire just makes it so much more difficult here. Oh shit. Yeah, this is not going to work, is it? Poof! Oh man, and I don't really have much of a choice on where things spawn. So if you get screwed with something like this, well, that's too bad. And a little bit of added difficulty. You simply have my guarantee that is, son of a bitch, that is actually possible to get this done. So there you have that promise. On the other side, if that ball and chain had not spawned there, it would be much easier to get to the little bit of treasure. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. Oh. Maybe if I use the enemy, huh? Maybe I need to use the enemy to my own benefit. Oh, that works. Way to avoid those awful skulls. They're such a pain in the ass. I just want to get in. Again, just 1 point of health. No! Oh man, I missed the platform. Oh, I get so close and I just mess up in the silliest way possible. At first I thought, oh man, maybe carrying weight makes me not be able to go up the way I'm supposed to. But no, it's just a weird way that the jetpack works. It's depending on just exactly when you time those bursts that you are able to go as far as you should be able to go. It's really strange. It takes a lot of time to master, as in a lot of attempts. And apparently I'm not there yet, that's for sure. See, now I got it done in the first try. There's a bat here that makes my life super difficult. There's also an imp somewhere. Okay, let's just go up. There's the imp. Should not be a factor, I don't think. This freaking vampire sure is, though. Okay, let's... There we go. Really, man, really? Are you for real? Oh my goodness, this is getting pretty retarded. This is getting really embarrassing, honestly, because I'm supposed to have designed this so that I should be able to do it. Maybe just bouncing on the alien queen helps out a lot. I think that helps to make it all the way up to the top. Alright, this guy is going to turn into bat form. Did not help me out. Just go away. Also, again, did not time it correctly, but luckily, finally, got that done. Okay, he's stomping one more time, so let's just do that. And now have this. Destroy you. No! Whoa, that was scary. Well, made my way through. I killed his face. So let's just leave before I just succumb to some other bullshit. I'll make sure that all that stuff in Yama's Lair is all good before release, so that all the kinks hopefully will be worked out. But you know, I play tested all this stuff for a ton of time, way more than I thought I would have to get everything right. But man, it just takes a lot of figuring things out with the editor to make everything the way it's supposed to, and even then I still came across a whole bunch of awful things that happened that they not intended them to happen. So hopefully that will not happen. Your seed, it will be a very nice and pleasant seed took us 99 hours to get that done. That happens probably because when you die and restart at the same level, it completely screws up the timer. In any case, I hope that you liked this huge session of custom level Blarghventure madness. It is not going to be the last, but it will probably be a while before another one comes out. I enjoyed it quite a lot. It was really interesting and very illuminating to have some insight into the inner works of Spelunky, how everything is crafted. There's so much randomness within randomness. I mean, when you place blocks, you have the chance to place blocks that are random, so that the blocks that show up will be different every seed. It's very cool. In any case, I hope that you liked it. That is the takeaway that I have for you, and we'll be back with some more gameplay in the next video. Until then, I bid you farewell.